Hi, my name is Summer De Antonio, and today I'll talk about the importance of leadership and management in education. To begin with this, we must be clear about what educational administration is. Education and its community or actors, which are students, teachers, institutions, etc., need a process to help them achieve their goals. At this point, the general administration of an educational institution has a branch called educational management, which has to do with the activities that take place in the educational institution and help it achieve its objectives and goals. It can be argued that this branch is a tool that helps the administrator to examine the educational organization and institutional structure and allows it to target their respective functions. The school administration is focused on management efforts, the determination of academic objectives and external and internal policies, the creation and implementation of adequate regulation for students, faculty, administrative or technical personnel, all of the staff, in order to establish an efficient and successful school government. Some authors define educational administration as the science that plans, organizes, directs, implements, monitors, and evaluates the activities taking place in educational organization, which aim is to develop the skills and the integral development of the learners. This discipline was created to organize the work of school personnel, teachers, and administrators, and the management of physical, financial, technological, and pedagogical resources to meet the curriculum defined by the educational community. As a science, it provides the principles and techniques to anticipate, plan, organize, manage, integrate, and evaluate all components of the educational system in restricted environments, such as schools and communities, or in broader areas such as supervisory and senior management of the system, so that everyone can contribute effectively to the achievement of the educational goals. Other authors conceptualize the educational administration as the rational and systematic application of the principles and theories of general administration to manage educational organizations, because this discipline seeks to solve in an educational organization the assignment and coordination of the various resources that it has, whether physical, financial, technological, academic, in order to achieve the goals and objectives set by the institution. Specifically, the school administration refers to the direction of the institution itself, the use and performance of strategic human, intellectual, technological, and budgetary resources, the projection of future human needs, strategic forecast to human resource training, and teacher training, the relationship with the environment, generation personal identification with the organization, generating a collective vision of organizational growth in the collective, individual, professional collaboration as a principle for premise development. Now, let's talk about leadership. To define leadership in education, we need to know that these have changed from educational administration to educational management, and more recently to educational leadership. The leader, or strictly speaking, the educational leader, cannot teach others as he or she could teach someone to fill out a form. It would be very difficult to convince someone to change their paradigms with a simple speech or sermon. The skills of this type of educational leader is the ability to convince learners to undertake the experience for themselves, becoming a living example of freedom and energy, commitment, and responsibility. A leader is a role model to follow. In an ever-changing society, education is a prevailing need to find each one's individual roots, this sense of destiny and truly human direction. Therefore, a change of paradigms is essential in educational leadership. This will strengthen the support of those who think the same way, having the hope that when a group or a community come together in a task and there is a common goal, the effectiveness is greater, especially when each person finds his position from its own resources. This means that the true educational leader encourages the power of calling on students, provoking a group sense of destiny in which his actions, according to his abilities, are always significant and important in the achievement of the same purpose. A true educational leader is the one that disturbs our security, challenges us to explore our own capacities and skills, and develop them. The transforming teacher senses when the learner is willing to change and helps the learner to respond to complex needs, transcending the old patterns over and over. The true teacher is also a learner and is transformed by the relationship of leadership role. The democratic leader is an open teacher, the one who establishes a good relationship with their students and is able to feel their needs, conflicts, unspoken hopes and fears. Such a teacher always respects the autonomy of the learners, spending more time trying to help them formulate and solve their most pressing questions, which require right answers. It is necessary to remember that the poor quality in education is not due to the unfitness of teachers, but it could be due to their unconscious conflicts, motivation, and unmet needs, violence, sarcasm, authoritarianism, permissiveness, low expectations for students' achievement contribute to the failure of education. External factors such as budgets, educational infrastructure, and teaching techniques are of secondary importance. In conclusion, we can state that a leadership is necessary to wake up the students' multitude of fantasies, dreams, images of possible morning sanctuaries for imagination above the cold and practical realism, but also necessary to have feet on the ground.
Together. lifting hands to help increase the fame. Ooh, Lord, the honor, yeah, of O.D. side, cause forth our loyalty. Loyalty. So cheap.
All right. Who taught you that?